Welcome back, you guys, to Let's Play Danganronpa, and I'm really angry that this baby died. Arrgh! Fucking hate. Whoever killed him is in trouble, because I'm gonna murder them myself. Alright, we're starting our investigation. So, there's a dumbbell on the floor, and this is a blood stain. There's a blood stain on the dumbbell. The Monokuma file said a blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed her. That's what we mean by this dumbbell was actually the murder weapon. I don't imagine it could have been anything else. Alright. Bloodstain on the floor. There's a fresh bloodstain on the carpet. It must have been splattered with blood during the murder. What's this? This poster's got some blood on it. It must have happened during the murder. That's a little weird, though. There's a girl's locker room. Why is there some big busty chica on the wall? And then bloodlust. The word bloodlust is written on the wall. What is the meaning behind it? Bloodlust. Girl. I could feel the life draining out of my own body. It's a dead body. Chihiro's dead body. But the more I look at it, the more strange it all seems. This must be Genocide Jack's handiwork. But what? We're not sure he did it. Is that what you're going to say? I wonder about that. I don't know what's up with you, bro, but you're weird. I use this locker room all the time. Now it's become the site of Chihiro's death. But why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if I think about it, she could have been killed by someone else then carried here. She was very light. Sorry. She was very light. That is true. It wouldn't have been hard for someone to carry her here, but I still think she came here by her own choice. What makes you say that? She'd been talking a lot about what she wanted, about wanting to get stronger. So you're saying she came here to exercise? But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. Would she really been exercising that late? Hina or myself usually use the locker room during the day, so she probably wanted to avoid it then. Avoid it? Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up. So we can only assume she was trying to avoid us. Instead came here to exercise in the middle of the... instead came here to exercise here in the middle of the night. I'm getting my voice messed up. Perhaps it's... But it's difficult for me to imagine she would have come here alone. She did want to start exercising, but specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself. She needed support from others. So you're saying she could have come here in the middle of the night to train in secret, but she also would have become with someone else. It's a possibility, I think. Okay. Sakura's account! Hey, Mondo. What do you got to say, bro? Dude had a real complex about being weak. You hear Chihiro say it, right? All I need is to get stronger. Yeah, I do remember she said something like it more than once. Sure did, which I guess explains the trip down here. But did she really get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but after all, she was a girl after all. Most girls aren't that strong. I don't know, man. I haven't really thought about that stuff. The cause of Chihiro's complex. I can't help wondering what it might be. Now I believe it's time for us to move on. Huh? Already? New clues will magically appear by standing around here. We need to check every aspect of this case. That's true, but if you're satisfied, let's hurry up and proceed. Bye. He's so pushy. I got caught up with the wrong person this time. So this is our next location. This place is related to the investigation? Figure it out for yourself. It's no fun if you don't, right? It's like the door? That's not even the scene of the crime, idiot. Okay. Maybe this gun was you? No, that's impossible. If it were true, here will be riddled with holes. If I remember correctly, this card reader was meant to read our handbooks, right? Do you have an issue with it? If so, you should take it up with Monokuma. He said that, then quickly, sharply clapped his hands together. You called for me? Has he been domesticated? It seems Makoto has a question for you. Sure, what's up? Well, it's about this card reader. Yes, the card readers have been designed to interface with each of your e-handbooks. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed on your individual handbook. And it's impossible for 2 people in a row to go through while the door is unlocked, correct? If there was some sort of exotic terrorist on the prowl, the ceiling-mounted Gatling gun would initiate its Swiss cheese slaughter. And the school regulation prohibits anyone from lending someone their handbook, right? Correctly correct! So then, that means only girls can go in the girls' locker room, and only boys can go in the boys' locker room. In other words, Chihiro's body being found in the girl locker room means, hey, Makoto, I see right through you. You see right through me? Allow me to tell you what you're thinking. Since Chihiro was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in there. As such, the killer must be one of the girls, did I say right? Good lord, you're simple. But am I wrong? You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is prohibited. The act of loaning the handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. Wow, what? I would expect nothing less from the prodigal son of the noble Togami family. You managed to sniff the loophole in the regulations. And knowing you, I would bet you'd create it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement to things. You treat me like a puny little appetizer instead of the main course that I am. Now then, since the dead can't actually talk, they're not people anymore. They're things. Get it? Got it? Good. Wait, hold on. You're saying there's a loophole? But in order to borrow someone, then that means someone would have to loan it. So so sleepy. Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. Be more like Byakuya and get your poop together. Or else I'll charge you with criminal negligence. No more questions. Figure out the rest of your own damn self. Bye. Well, I know you're unfortunately lacking in the mental facility, so I'll fill you in myself. Let's head to the main hall. The main hall? That'll help you understand what's going on. Okay. Hello, main hall. Is it that thing I looked in earlier? So what are we looking for here? Does that mean I have to figure it out myself? I'm gonna take a wild-ass guess and say this thing? There's a mailbox here. Could there be? Yeah, I knew it! It's e-handbooks. No way, there are 3 of them. But what are they doing here? So you finally found them. Huh? Did you know these were here, Byakuya? I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. It seems there's a system in place that the handbooks of the dead students get delivered to this mailbox. So then these 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka. You can go ahead and confirm it yourself. I immediately turned one of the handbooks on, and when I did, Sayaka? Yep, Sayaka Mizuno. You're right, this is Sayaka's handbook. Now you understand. This is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it. You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer's been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. But only the act of loaning is prohibited, not someone else. Borrowing someone else is perfectly fine. I see. Yeah, now I understand. Okay. Hold on. What's wrong? That's strange. One of the handbooks won't turn on. Is it broken? Whose is it? The other handbook shows Junko's name when I started it up, so the other one that turned on must be Leon's, right? It would make sense, yes. After all, he did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs. Oh, bad memories. Pummeled with baseballs. Sad face. The memory came flooding back. The cruel punishment that led to Leon's death. The execution of the mastermind concocted. A cruel, heartless death. You're right. It wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break during that kind of assault. Hey, hey! 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 What? That e-handbook is essential to student life here. Crucial, integral, instrumental, a super big deal. There's no way it would break that easily. But it did. If I say it wouldn't break, then it wouldn't freaking break. It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure and waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with, it won't do crap. Oh, but even my amazing handbook does have one single weak point. It does? But it's a secret, I won't want you to go breaking in any more handbooks. Then Leon's must have broken somehow without realizing what their weakness was, right? Hard to say. You know what I think? I think the handbook isn't actually broken. But wait, but you may ask, how could that be? Bye. Oh. What just happened? Monokuma says it's not broken, but it's undeniable fact that it's not turning on. Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it doesn't matter for now. You think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me. Yeah, it's like... Okay then, that should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit. Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chihiro. To be exact, not quite. Huh? Not quite? Byakuya? What the frick? What do you mean by that, Byakuya? To be exact, not quite. Certainly I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. Then you truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro? Absolutely, I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the culprit of this case. That murderous fiend is Genocide Jack, right? There's nobody else it could be. A murderous fiend who kills again and again using bizarre and brutal method. They're like a ghost, attacking and then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what the nickname did they give to the mysterious I couldn't speak, whatever. Genocide Jack. He's killed thousands of people, but that's got to be an urban legend. It couldn't be one of us demented and psychotic enough like that. You're not wrong to wonder. But words mean little right now. I have something that'll prove it, and I can show it to you. Oh? I think Togo's gotta be Genocide Jack. There's no other way. What do you mean? Oh, never mind. Oh, gotta have basis to believe that I can trigger it. Is there really proof? There's somewhere I'd like to take you. It will provide you all the evidence you ever need. Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro. Evidence? Does that mean something like, really? Ah, hey, you two! Oh. Big trouble! We need your help! We're busy. Leave us alone. But it's an emergency! Emergency! Come on, please! You gotta help me! Hina, what's wrong? This is a serious emergency! Please! You gotta help me! Okay, just calm down, Hina. But it's an emergency! Okay. An emergency? What happened? Something's wrong with Togo! She's acting super strange! She's Genocide Jack. I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do, Byakuya? So it's Toko. I admit I'm pretty intrigued. I suppose we could take a second to go see what's going on with her. Are you sure? Don't make me repeat myself. I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd just say no and that'd be the end of it. Okay, come on, hurry! Wait for us, Hina. Looks like she headed to the dorms, to Toko's room most likely. You're right. Junko and Junko. Toko inside? Some kind of emergency? Ring the doorbell. Ding ding. Oh, okay. I guess I gotta talk to Hina first. You guys are too slow! I think you're just too fast. So what's this emergency? Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, we came back to check on her, you know, how she was doing. See how she was doing. But then when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out and she was saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff? We should try talking to her ourselves. Yeah, good idea. Okay, now we can ring the doorbell. Ding ding on the doorbell. Ding ding on the doorbell. Okay, maybe just knock on the door. Might as well give it a shot. Ding dong. The door swung open slowly and silently. Holy crap! An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me. What? Oh, nothing. It was just Hina was really worried about you holding yourself up in your room. Leave me alone. Yeah, sure thing, but can you just open up just for a second? I won't allow it. Huh? I won't allow Genocide Jack to have control. And just like that, she slammed the door in my face. What was that? She's been acting like that the whole time when I rang it a little while ago. I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend. It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her alone, so I tried to bust down the door. But it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Toko was scared enough to bar her door? Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toko's so scared? Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Is there anything we can do? Is there anyone who might be able to persuade her? How about you, Byakuya? Hey, Byakuya, do you think you could ask her? To come out of her room, I mean. Sure, whatever. Huh? You're gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Wow, I guess you can be nice when you want. I don't think this asshole could be nice. Byakuya stood in front of her door, not making a sound, pressed the doorbell. Ding dong. After a few moments. Leave me alone. You're all so annoying. Bakula. It's Byakuya. I'm sorry. I couldn't keep our promise. Don't worry. I'll never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again. Yeah, she is totally Genocide Jack. There is no doubt. And with that, the door slammed shut. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off. There's nothing else we could do. Let's get back to the investigation. Hold on! Hey, Byakuya, what was Toko just talking about right now? Something about a promise? Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. But if I say I don't know, then that means I don't know. Just let Tina take care of her. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her. Well then, let's go. Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away. Byakuya! And I hurried to catch up. Ugh. Tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, not let alone say anything. Just kept on walking towards his destination. Finally, his feet came to a stop in front of a certain room. The library. Yep. The library. Come on, let's go in. What's up, sir? Is this the evidence that proves Genocide Jack is really in the library? Don't make me say it again. Oh, we need to check elsewhere? Probably in this room, right? If I remember correctly, on the other side of this door is the archive, right? Hurry up and go inside. Oh, here? It'll all make sense once you're inside. Wow. Books. Lots of books. Whoa, there's so many books and files. And so much dust, too. I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. Okay, so, buddy, what's in here? If you pay attention to your surroundings, I'm sure you'll discover the value for yourself. Oh? There's a wooden box. It's empty. Although, by judging by the smudges and the dust, it looks like there was certainly something here. I wonder what it was. There was an extension cord plugged in here. It proved very useful while I was in the library. An extension cord, huh? Okay. Huh? It's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya using in the library before. Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before and I moved it over there. It's too dark over there. I thought I'd put it to good use. Ah, coins. Coins. Alright, got books. There's so many files stuffed into these shelves. What's in all these things? Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They detail the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. You mean like members of the Diet or something? No, I mean the ones with the real power. The secret council controlling everything from the shadows. If you're ready for it to be disappeared for it, take a look. There are some very interesting people in there. You're just kidding, right? Am I? I'll just let it go for now. I agree. I don't want to disappear. I don't want to talk to you, Byakuya. What else is here? Something behind you? There's tons of thick files onto the bookshelves. If you're thinking of looking at any of these, let me give you a little warning. Those files with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't want to look at. Be careful. Huh? What do you mean? All those files are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those internal documents are for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Oh? Is there anything else to look at? Oh. We have a surveillance camera in here. Okay. What am I missing? Just without really thinking about it, I picked one up at random. Ah, you have a sharp eye indeed, just like that file. Huh? That reports on a presidential assassination. The original is kept in the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in it for peeking at it. Without making a sound, I return the file. So are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in this library is because of this room right here. It's home to classified government documents, police records, and things that no ordinary person should ever look at. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right? That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit your preconceived reality, you label it as a lie. Well, it's not that, it's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but, I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put this all together? I suppose it goes to show how much Hope's Peak truly wields, or perhaps the mastermind just wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like this are usually impossible. What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple, those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider unusual is based on common sense, right? But what makes you think of your own common sense applies to me at all. The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times and there is no doubt. Oh? Hold on a sec, you're saying you've read all these documents more than once? But all this is to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room like this in our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Huh? Members of the Togami family have access to a variety of government-related documents. This includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How's that possible? I already told you, there's a secret council that controls the world from behind the shadows. My family is a member of that council. Wow, it's no wonder you act the way you do. And I have within me the bloodline that allows me to one day bend the world to my will. And to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of the world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that make me interest me. Which is why I can't proclaim without a doubt that these materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what would always interest me in were these cold case police investigative reports. Reading through these reports has always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. An excellent mental exercise. I solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my most recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf. This is a complete case file. Every single report surrounding Genocide Jack cases has been compiled here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that every crime scene writes the word bloodless. The word bloodless is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is the way when victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodless is written in blood and the victim's body is suspended. It is exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. Save your surprise, the best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic, when the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were the members of the police and the other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one in the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about the actual mounting of the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, Her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So how could the killer have known about suspending the victim? That's the key question. But the fact of the matter is the answer is quite simple. The culprit isn't a copycat killer. It's the real Genocide Jack. And that's right, the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among us has hidden himself among the rest of us. Then Genocide Jack really is such a brutal, fiendish killer that is walking among us? This is really starting to get interesting, isn't it? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become a part of our little game. Now, don't you think it'd be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might manage to ferret out a clue or two. If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you. Byakuya, about that Genocide Jack file, could you please let me see it? Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay. Wow, you are so fucking easy, dude. Feel free to look at it in here. You can't take it with you. Top secret. Oh my. Byakuya handed me the file and I flew through it with 10 nervous fingers. Suddenly my hand stopped. When I had reached a page where photos of the scene where each crime had been collected. They were suspended with scissors. The names of Genocide Jack's victims ran off for several pages. Ken Harada, 32, Tetsuhiro Honda, 17, Shoji Gaku, 23, Kano Issei, 14, Takeshi Yoshida, 30. And the list goes on and on. There was no end to it. But one thing became perfectly clear as I read. All the killer's council victims were killed and suspended the exact same way. At the scene of each murder, the word bloodless was left in the victim's own blood. But they were all suspended with scissors. Oh. The next page. What? Profiling results. All the victims' crimes took place on weekdays, at night, or during holidays, either day or night. The most common times for the killings were to take place on holidays in the afternoon. Based on this fact, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did, they were in a panic. They were in a panic. Because the eyewitness never came forward, it is unlikely that there was an external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests that the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder. Yep, it confirms it! The key point is that the culprit may have a split personality. A split personality? Like the kind of thing you see on TV? So I'm part of another totally unbelievable story. But this is one way more unbelievable than anything else up until now. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know. I just feel like my mind has gone numb. Alright, Genocide Jack case files managed to thing. But anyways, I'm gonna cut the episode off here for now. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Please like, comment, subscribe for more videos like this every other day. I'll talk to you guys later, right? Bye-bye.